What's up, YouTube? Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this quick wrap up how to play Arum in the most devastating way, and you will see the first blood coming on shortly, as this is one of the best hero in the early game. Arum is a support slash tank character, and she is played best on the solo lane to scout the Abyssal Dragon or the Darkslayer, or as a support character, as she has crazy control effects. So check this out. I have picked up the tome first to get more ability power, and you should always start with your 1. You see those lion spirits flying around you. They deal a massive damage while giving you life back. And we are able to get first blood here because the Valor, he just underestimated how strong I was. And to be fair, I haven't played against the most experienced players so far, but you will see how good she is in the duo lane nonetheless. And this is a good example of how to use your 2. If an enemy approaches in a direct way, you can estimate that he is going to get out of the fight in the same manner. And therefore, I just pulled off my 2 to harass this Valheim. So first advice is always go with your 1. Use that as some kind of poking damage. And if you have the opportunity to land at least 2 hits with your 2, always go with your 2 to poke the enemy. But you have to bear in mind that Arum is being short of mana if you use it in a quite frequent manner. So pay attention to that. That is one of the reasons why I'm going with the Phoenix tier first, because this is an item, as soon as you level up, you will get mana back, and that is really, really beneficial for Arum. And as you can see, the Valheim is almost down to no health at all. I could have flickered over the wall here to try to get him, but I think he made his way into the brush and through their jungle. But check this out, like I'm playing against 2 players. Of course, they're scaling in terms of experience points, as well as gold isn't as good as the one player that plays the lane solo. That is, I think that is a matter of fact. But still, I'm able to hold them back so well, and I don't even have like range attacks. Like the only thing that I can do is like doing my little mage fireballish, I don't know what that thing is supposed to be. That is not a good example, as he was charging towards me, like he was using his charge attack, and he got me by that, but that doesn't really matter. So always be aggressive, always try to use, yeah, that's another good example of how to bomb them away with your 2. So be aggressive, try to use your 2 in your favor, and if it's possible to go in, like in this case, I was holding the Valheim with my ult, so he could not go out of the fight. He could not escape here, and that is just crazy. Like, we are playing a 3-minute 30 game at the moment, and I am sitting on a crazy 3 versus 0, which is, I mean, I'm a support character. I'm not the most aggressive character in the world. I'm not a Necroth. I'm not a Zuka. I'm not one of those new Quillen Richter guys. I'm like supposed to be some kind of support tanky hero, able to go in with crowd control things. And this is just working so well. And here the bird is like a good example and a good source of getting your health back. I always use the bird to get in and try to get my health back. And as you can see, I have been able to put 2 shots on the Valheim with my 2 again. So this is always something that you should go for. Like if you can hit at least 2 shots, I would use it. If you are not able to, yeah, I just said that I'm going to use, yeah, okay, well, bad example here. I cannot change it as I have already played this game, but this is something that I would give you as an advice. I would always try to hit at least 2 times. As you can see here, 2 times. The Crixie is not able to get him with her fairy dust glittery thing, but still If your enemy is so low that he cannot leave the tower, you have won the lane. That's just something that is a really good example, because he can just fight under tower, which means that he will get damage on his tower, leading him to losing his tower, and that is just what you want. You want the towers. Like, that is your first priority. You should always get towers, and this is, I think we are close to ending the game. I got the might buff, I got the Jinnah. Well, he should have gone out here, but this is just how crazy good she is. And this is just like, I used the 2 here to just get him away so I can focus on his jungle, because that's something that you can use as well. Like, every time you get the opportunity to go into the enemy's jungle, do it. If you know that you are not going to die because there are loads of enemies around. But yeah, this is fairly the guide on how to play Aram. Be aggressive, use your 1, try to hit as many enemies as possible, because you will deal damage and get life back, which is just a really good combination. And use your 2 in your favor every time that you can damage a hero and you are not short on mana. Use it, because it will just make the enemy put him in a bad position, because if he's low on health, he cannot use his abilities and fight in a way that he will basically be able to in a normal way. It's just leading to worse decisions, and worse decisions are costing people their games. Yep, so what else to say? Like, I'm not going to talk about the abilities too much. As you have seen, your 1 deals damage in the range that you are using it. So around you, your 3, as you can see here in this part of the game, is holding an enemy at his position. The damage that is dealt is transferred vice versa. So damage you get is transferred to the enemy, and damage that the enemy gets is transferred to you. So you should always stop attacking an Aram if she hits either you or one of your team members with her ult. That is something that you should definitely keep in mind. And yeah, your 2 is like a template slow / bombing attack, and this is how you make an enemy surrender after 7 minutes 30 short. 3-0 win here. And it's basically because we did not make any mistakes in lane, and that leads me to be in the MVP here. Let's check out the results real quick. So yeah, MVP, blah blah blah, and there we go. Got the most kills, put out the most damage, and the Grug was tankier, but this is how you should play Aram. Guys, if you have any questions, leave it in the comments below, and as always, I appreciate likes and subscribes very much. Have a pleasant time. This was What It Does Gaming. Goodbye.